All right, hi everyone. So we're going to be looking at selection statements, if statements. This is going to be video number 5 in this series. All right, so we're looking at primitive versus compound statements. If you want to look more at material on if and logical operators, chapters 4 and 5 of the Java 8 Fundamentals book is where I'd point you to, and this is available for free at the university library. All right, for free. Primitive versus compound statements. A statement is a block of Java code that modifies values of some variables. All right, basically it's the building blocks of what we use in programming. An assignment, so that equal sign, that single equal sign that we often see, is a primitive statement. It's a really simple little construction block. It only modifies the left-hand side. Okay, so the variable that's found on the left-hand side, it only modifies it based on whatever's going on the right-hand side of the assignment operator. Now, an if statement, on the other hand, is a compound statement because it's made up of multiple components. Each of its branches may modify more than one variable via other statements, assignments, or maybe even other if statements. Here's an example. Okay, so what we have here is we've got, we've got two variables, x and y. X is going to be coming in as the input from a scanner method. All right, so it's going to be bringing something in from the user, and then y right here is being initialized to a value of 0. And then what we've got are, well, basically we've got an if and we have an else, and they're at the same level. And then within the each of the branches, we have another set of if, else, if statements. So basically we've got this going on right here. And then we've got another else right there. That's at one level. And then internal to that, we've got this if else going on. Okay, but that's buried inside, that's nested inside. And then likewise, inside of this else right here, we have an if. All right. Now, this makes for relatively interesting flowcharts. Let's try and do the flowchart here. All right. So we're going to start off right here. We're going to say x is coming in from input from the user. All right. And then we've got y is equal to 0. So we've got another right here, and we're going to start like that. So then we've got these two statements right here. We got to start, and then we are faced with our first choice. And our first choice right here, our first branch, is x greater than or equal to 0 question mark. I'm going to make a little diamond right here. All right. Now, if it's true, then we're going to go this way. Okay, we're going to execute. We're going to take a look at least at whatever is inside right here. If it's not true, so if it's false, then we get here. Okay, which is this else statement right here. We're going to worry about that in a second. So we're going to start off over here. We're going to go back to this, the if that starts at line 3. We're going to say it's true. So then inside of here we have, I'm going to stretch out over here. We've got, actually no, I shouldn't do that. We have a is x greater than 10 question mark. All right. And let's see if it's true. Then we're going to say y is equal to x multiplied by 2. That's going to be a statement right there. All right. Now, that's only if it's true. If it's false, then we take a look at the else if right here. And the else if right there asks another question. And that question is x less than 10? Question mark. If it's true, then we're going to do y is equal to, I'm just going to put it down here, x modulo 2. Right there. I'm just running out of space. I'm just going to cram it in there. All right, so that's what happens if there's a true. If it's false, on the other hand, then we have to go to this else right here. And that else is y is equal to x squared. So y is equal to x squared, and that's it basically happens by default if all the other two are if the other two are found to be false. So there's no other diamond or choice that needs to be made right there. So that takes care of this. All of these branches end up together there. Okay, so that's taking care of sort of lines 3 through 8. Now we go back to line 9. Line 9 right here is this else statement. And so what happens when this first diamond right here is found to be false. And if it's false, then we have a system, a print line. Okay, so we're going to say print x is negative. I'm just going to short form it like that. Okay, that there's no choice there. That has to happen because we've got a system out print line right there. So x is negative. And then after that, then we have a choice. We have, it's a, let's see, x less than negative 5. Put a question mark right there. That's my diamond right there. If it's false, do the false this way. And then if it's true. If it's true, then y is equal to negative x. And if it's false, then it joins, then it leaves here, so it'll join up there and there. They all join up together, and we exit, and we go to the end. And that is our flowchart. Now, flowcharts, they take some time, but when you're debugging, when you're planning or debugging, or you're trying to analyze or share, communicate information about your algorithm, flowcharts they are really useful. They allow your lab partner or your workmate to understand more of what's going on. It allows you to recall what you intended and versus what you implemented, either immediately during your project or later on down the road. They are fantastic tools, super useful. They're classic. You will run into them time and again. So it's important to get some practice with them. All right, so that was compound versus simple or primitive statements.